doesn't like you.
It doesn't. Okay, Shannon put us on the record. I'm going to do Fleming versus Lewis. And I'm going to put these other people back in the waiting room. Okay. Okay, this was a PPO. Oh, well, let me, Mr. Joseph Fleming is present. Could you hear me, sir?
Yes, I hear you.
And Ms. Priscilla Lewis is present. And can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is take some testimony from Mr. Fleming. I will give you a chance to make sure that if you have any questions for me to ask him, that they get asked, ma'am. And then once he's done testifying, then I will put you under oath and I will give you a chance to testify.
Okay.
I don't want you interrupting each other and I don't want you interrupting me. So make sure you wait until whatever question is being asked is out. I will give you each a chance to testify, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Fleming, would you raise your right hand, please?
Yes.
You do swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. Yes, I swear to God, I tell the truth.
Okay, Mr. Fleming, your full name is Joseph L. Fleming?
Yes.
And I can tell from this petition you are 26 years old.
Yes.
And what relationship or contact have you had with the respondent, Celia Lewis?
Well, we supposed to be like cousins, but we don't talk like that though. Like we never talk. We never hang out with one another.
Okay, and why is it that you're so afraid of her that you need to have the court issue a personal protection order?
Well, I'm not afraid of her, but I just was going by what the cops say. Cause the cops told me like to like get a restraining order out on her, like a PPO out on her, for she don't come near me and my mom. Cause we just want to do what the cops say. Like just want to make sure everybody gonna be safe. Cause we had talked to the cops. Cause the cops said go down there into the court building and go put the restraining order out on her for she don't come near me. Cause that's what we were doing.
Which police officer told you that, sir?
I don't know his name. I forgot. Yeah, he never gave me his name. He never gave me his name.
What agency was he with?
Oh, yeah. I just swear he was just a whack of cops because it was two cops that came out on July the 22nd. That was on Father's Day.
Okay, well,
Then,
let me explain something to you, sir.
uh-huh.
Policemen work for police agencies. So
Yeah.
Jackson City police officers work for the Jackson City Police Department. Deputy sheriffs work for the sheriff's department.
Well, I think it
Township
was a
police
just
officers work
I think
for
it was a just
townships.
police.
You think it was the Jackson City Police? Do you live in the
Yeah,
city?
it was. Yeah, I stay in the
Okay,
city.
thank you. So, what is it that Ms. Lewis did that makes you want a PPO?
Well, she was coercing me in my text message because she had texted me in Facebook message, and she told me I need to keep my name out of her mouth and my mom. Then she like what all she gonna do with me? And so because she said like if she see me and my mom, she was gonna beat my you know what. And then she said I will talk about her brother on this video, but I never had her name was in my mouth. And I never say anything about her brother because she mad because me and my friend had posted her brother on Facebook because like, we thought it was going to be the fight because everybody had pulled their phones out and recorded. But we ain't going to know her brother going to pull the gun out on this man. Because she got mad because her brother had pulled a gun out. Then she tested my phone and then tested my friend phone and say, hey, can y'all take the video off of Facebook? Cause
Wait,
that's why she
I'm
was
having,
mad. Cause that's why she was coercing me. Cause she want me to take the video off of Facebook. Cause I was being nice too. I was being nice and stuff. I took the video off of Facebook, and she still was talking stuff in my Facebook message. Then she texted my friend and say, "Oh, tell Joseph to meet me on the outside." Like, she called all of my friends, talk about she want to fight me. And then she got in my mom's face, and I never ever got in her mom's face. 'Cause I talked to her mom. I told her mom, like, I never got in your face, but I don't appreciate it that your daughter to get in my mom's face. And so I would never do her mom like that, but don't nobody need to get in my mom's face and stuff on to fight my mom. And so like
so,
I never came her inbox. I never hit her. Like, she was the only one in my inbox.
what you're really upset about is
Uh huh.
what she's saying towards your mother?
Y'all upset because he got in my mom's face and so like he trying to fight my mom. That's one thing you don't do. Like, you don't get nobody in my face. I never got in your mom's face. And then she texted my phone and started talking about what she going to do with me. And then she called one of my friends. She called one of my friend's phone, and then my friend, she can't even fight. And she told my friend, "Oh, tell Joseph to come outside. I want to fight Joseph." Cause my friend had called my phone and said, "Well, consider is calling my phone and say she want to fight you." She trying to get a hold to me, but she using my friend phone and stuff. 'Cause I was on the outside. 'Cause I would talk to the cops, and then when she came with a whole lot of people. Her brother had came, and then the cops had seen her brother, and the cops said, "Oh, that's the one had pulled the gun out." I said, "Yeah, that's the one had pulled the gun out." 'Cause she bring all of her
Who
people where she stay at.
who pulled who pulled a gun?
Her brother, and she know that. Like, I don't know why
Uh,
she's
did,
so mad. 'Cause in the day, it ain't got nothing to do with her. And so it's about her brother, because her brother not saying nothing about it, but she the only one saying something about it. So yeah, if her brother ain't mad, yeah, if he not coming to my inbox saying nothing about it, why she need to come to my inbox and stuff? Yeah, why you need to call the whole family and probably had the whole family against me over this video? But we not the only one record the video. Like, and so yeah, she seen we was the only one had recorded the video. It was a lot of people had recorded that video, but she want to come in my inbox. It comes to my friend inbox, then she want to get in my mom's face, and then I'm about to say nothing to her. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Not nothing.
okay, well
And she know that.
let me hear from Ms. Lewis.
Okay.
Ms. Lewis, would you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, sir.
You do swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So, from your viewpoint, what's been going on between you and Mr. Fleming?
Okay, from my viewpoint, Your Honor, I feel like there's no need for a PPO because me and Joseph don't see each other. We don't speak with each other. He is my deceased father's nephew, which I don't speak to my father's side of the family. But this particular incident didn't have anything to do with, I don't care about the videos on Facebook. All it is a bunch of he say, she say drama, which I don't engage in because I don't have time. But the situation with his mother, what had happened, you actually seen this in court a couple of days ago about this. They came up to my place of ex-employment. I no longer work there. And they told my ex-manager that I was going around Jackson saying I was going to poison them, which is a fast food restaurant, KFC. So I wouldn't know if they were in the drive-through or not. That never came out of my mouth. And his friends was the one contacting me, telling me that Joseph said I was a snitch and he wanted to fight me and blah, blah, blah. And I don't care about all that because and for the record, his friend came and told me that night, the reason my family was over there because we was having a get together because my stepdaughter just had got killed. And I went to Meyer and got some of the refillable jugs, and his sons, which were children, were helping me carry them in the house because they were 5-pound water jugs. I never called any of my family to come over there. So I'm not understanding where he said I called my family to come over there to fight him because I don't fight. But this is just a whole bunch of he say, she say drama, which is unnecessary. Me and him both live in the same apartment complex. So I don't know if he's doing this out of malicious or spite, trying to get me evicted or himself evicted, but I'm not understanding what all this is from. He keeps talking about a Facebook post where my brother pulled the gun. He never pulled the gun. Both individuals pulled out a knife. The guy that he was having a dispute with pulled out a knife, which is the guy his mother know and was talking to. And then my brother also pulled out a knife as of protection because he had one. It was never a gun involved. There was never any police call. If there was a gun involved, sir, why wasn't there a police report made, police called, some type of report
Okay.
of the gun?
All right, ma'am, I think I've heard enough. I don't believe that there's been sufficient evidence presented of stalking behavior. I'm going to deny the request for a PPO. That concludes our
Well,
hearing. Thank you.
well, can I say something, my honor?
Your Honor, did you need an order for that one?
Yeah, there was one in the file.
Oh, there is one in the file?
I already signed it.
Oh.
Okay, now, let the rest of these folks in. Okay, this is the matter, I'm going to actually hear these together. Winklepleck versus Lopez and Winklepleck versus Turk. Before I go, and Mr. Lopez is present, Mr. Winklepleck is present, and Ms. Turk is present. Are these, Mr. Winklepleck, are these two PPOs related?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. So I think I'll hear them both at the same time. So in both cases, it looks like Judge McBain, in my absence, issued ex parte personal protection orders. So when there's a timely objection or motion to set aside an ex parte order, we basically start from scratch. So the burden is upon you, Mr. Winklepleck, to establish that you're entitled to a personal protection order. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to put all three of you under oath at the same time, and then I'm going to hear from Mr. Winklepleck first. And then after I've heard from him, if necessary, I will hear from each of you in order. So would you each please raise your right hand? Do you each swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Winklepleck, we'll start with you. You can put your hand down now. State your full name for the record.
Nathan Lee Winklepleck.
So, Mr. Winklepleck, how are you acquainted with Mr. Lopez and Ms. Turk?
Haley is actually my stepdaughter, and Mr. Lopez is her boyfriend.
Okay, and what is it that Haley has done, or Zachary have done, or both of them together done, that prompted you to seek a personal protective order against them?
Haley was staying with us at our home. I felt like a prisoner in my own home there. The house was constantly a disaster from her and her kids, throwing trash outside, destroying property. Anytime I would try to say anything about her cleaning up her messes or anything, she would start to get loud with me. And I know she has a history of domestic violence. So I would lock myself, go in my room or walk away to try to avoid any more confrontation.
Let me stop you for a minute. Is the reason you sought the PPO to get her out of your house?
Yeah, that was part of it.
And she's now out of your house. Now that she's out,
She
do
is.
you really need to keep a PPO in place and she's moved out?
I believe I do. I don't trust that she won't try to harass me or slander my name or my business on social media. Even
has she done anything like that?
there was a post on Facebook. It wasn't real bad, but she made a comment about after the PPO was issued that she was kicked out and there was a PPO put against her, and that she paid her rent all the time on time, which was not the case, which, I mean, that's not real bad. But, and then when they came to the house Sunday with the police officer to get the rest of their belongings, she came out, started getting loud, using profane language with me, making accusations of stealing from her, which is not true. Yeah, I went out and got the officer. I'm sorry?
Ms. Turk and Mr. Lopez, do you have any intention of wanting to move back into Mr. Winklepleck's home?
No, we have purchased our own home. So I've gotten all my belongings out of there. I don't want to go back there because I do not want to be assaulted by my mother again.
Other than concern you have, Mr. Winklepleck, that they might try to harass you in the future, do you have any other concerns that would require a PPO to be in place?
I mean, I have video proof of Zach tearing up somebody's yard with his truck. And I've heard, I mean, I don't have proof of all of it, but I've heard of other instances as well. And Haley's actually one that videoed the video that I have proof of.
I actually, I have some screenshots here of between the owner of the house and Haley's sister Jenna, ex-boyfriend. Messages here saying that it was Jenna's idea and it was meant to be a joke. I have pictures of the damage done. That was a civil matter, and that was dismissed by Trooper Plants with the Michigan State Police Department.
All right, folks, it certainly appears to me even though it apparently took a PPO to do it, that the best thing that could happen here to keep peace was for Ms. Turk and Mr. Lopez to move out and stay out. I don't believe, based on what I've heard, that there's any basis to continue a PPO in place. I'm going to set them both aside. But Mr. Winklepleck, I will tell you, if they do engage in threatening, harassing behavior to the point that you would be entitled to a PPO in the future, you could certainly ask for a new one. I think probably the problem has been solved by them moving out, and probably the less contact that takes place between the three, well, Mr. Winklepleck on the one hand and Mr. Lopez and Ms. Turk on the other, the better. So just try to steer clear of each other. I am going to set the PPOs aside because I don't believe they are any longer necessary. And that does conclude our hearing, folks. Have a good day.
Thank you.